bought me the goods. I mean, that's why you're talking to me, right? You have the goods. Where are the goods?
What goods?
Want? Goods! Goods! What the hell is what I want? How am I supposed to T-R-A-D-E trade without goods?
You're a traitor.
I was, because you know what a trader needs? Goods!
These are desperate times. If he's prepared to work to survive, we should help him.
You don't have any goods.
No, it was a total fuck-up. The caravan that was bringing them went straight through Ripper country in the middle of breeding season. Guess how that good idea went. The men are dead, but the goods are sitting out there just waiting to be picked up. Unless some outlaw's taken them back to the fort already. Oh, fuck it. This was supposed to be my payday. But if you help me, it still could be. And in return, I can get you into the Hort. How about that?
I've already been to the Hort.
Then you want shards. I can sort that out if you get me the goods.
Where can I find these goods?
Head northwest, then follow the road west from there, and you'll find them for sure.
I'll find your goods.
Yeah, that's it, that's it! Finally, a break! Right.
Listen, I know what you're about to ask. Who are you? What are you doing here? Blah, blah, so let's skip all that. Because I've no interest in talking to you. So pick a spot on the horizon and start walking to it.
We will fight together. Look out! all that technology and yet they build such ugly buildings.
Our beautiful home. Born of calamity.
Look out! You won't get away with that.
What? No, who are you? What do you want here?
I wanted to ask you that exact question.
Oh, I'm just passing through.
Stop. Answer my question. Who are you?
That doesn't matter. I don't have anything for you. So just pretend I wasn't even here, okay? Yes, I have work to do, okay? Yeah.
And from this one place came fire, death, madness.
The comet's crater.
This whole world is its crater. careful. Look out! That must be hundreds of years old. You think we'd have learned by now?
What brings you here? Are you fleeing the Alps? With the danger of the Alb converters, it's surprising more refugees haven't sought our protection. You are safe from the Albs here, in any case. The Clerics are the last defense against the Albs, and we shall hold true.
If you train initiates, can you teach me something?
I'm not an instructor. I'm here to show initiates the real world. That said, we are short of elixir out here. If you're willing to pay, I could share some of my knowledge with you.
I'm here on an investigation. I have a warrant here, and you are to cooperate.
A warrant? What are you looking for? You'll find everything in order here.
The clerics in Hort have a different opinion.
For fuck's sake, then tell them to come out here and show me how to do it better. I'm starting to get sick of this constant mistrust. Have your look around. Check what you want. You won't find anything.
Well, well.
I need the shards. It's as simple as that.
Sir, I'm here to report for acolyte training.
I'm not your commanding officer.
You're not? Oh, raptor balls. I was actually ready for inspection this time. By the infinite skies, I vow that I will be ready for the next inspections. I don't know what you've been told, but there won't be any more mess-ups. The weapons have been cleaned, and I've studied Kalan scriptures, sir.
I have a search warrant here, from the Hort.
Yes, but what does that mean? What exactly do you expect? Do you think I'm just gonna pull my pants down and let you search me? And you can wipe your ass with that warrant. I might not have anything to hide, but that doesn't mean you can push me around. So go ahead, the sooner you're done, the sooner you can leave me alone.
What are you doing here? Why aren't you stationed in the Hort?
Fieldcraft training, sir. Learn from action. Action builds experience. We face challenges from the unfaithful, both Reavers and Kalan's lesser creatures. Truth is, it's fucking dangerous out here. The Reavers are bad enough, but these chimeras?
Hey, what the hell? Forget it.
They're always hitting on you here.
Finally. I've been waiting for you. Just put the correspondence down over there. Wait, stop. You are the messenger I sent for? Just a moment. Where's your identification badge? And why are you traveling incognito?
I'm not your messenger.
No? Damn it! Then they still haven't found a replacement. They must still be short-handed. How are we supposed to fulfill Kalan's will without the men to do it? But I am going against protocol right now. We haven't introduced ourselves yet. I am Dirk, commanding legate of this outpost. And who do I have the honor of addressing?
It's better if you don't know.
I understand. You think I will go and peddle your secrets. But not every cleric is as stubborn to the core as the majority of those in Hort. There are other rules out here.
I'm here on official business. I need to question your men.
Excuse me? What is this order? What is this about?
I have a warrant from Dietrich. You are to cooperate with me.
Dietrich. He doesn't send me a messenger. He doesn't send supplies or reinforcements. But he will send an interrogator? But, very well. Go ahead. Search the place, if only to satisfy him. My trunk code is 4979. There. I have nothing to hide.
Don't you want to know what I'm looking for?
I have nothing to hide. And you have your orders. But if you think someone here is involved in this, then I hope you find them. But think before you make any accusations. The people serving here are loyal clerics.
I'm in.
Well, did you find anything? I told you there is nothing out of order here. We keep things tight and ordered here. We live by the rulebook right down to keeping our storage trunks secure.
If that's the case, then you won't mind me inspecting those trunks.
You can check mine, but you'll find nothing but a few pieces of clothing. But please, here, be my guest.
I'm in. I inspected your storage trunk.
Congratulations! Then you can inform the Hort that my laundry is in order.
You know exactly what I found in the trunk. Why would a cleric have a set of outlaws' clothing?
Part of our job here is reconnaissance. And sometimes a disguise comes in handy. Can you understand that?
I'll let the clerics in the Hort decide that.
That's all you want? Yes, I'm an outlaw, but I'm not an idiot. Look, all I'm doing is dealing a few chems. Nobody gets hurt. The clerics want this stuff. And if you let me keep going, I will give you 1/10 of my earnings.
Do you really want to associate yourself with a chem dealer?
Risk? Who's at risk? No one has yet come close to catching me, until now.
And risk yourself in the Hort?
We're not making any deal. Get your stuff and get out of Igniton.
Just like that? No chance. I'll get you.
So annoying. So annoying.
the ELEX smuggling. The chem smuggling is over.
And so, who was behind this?
An outlaw. Karsten was behind everything. But you don't need to worry about him.
He's dead. Then Kalan has seen justice. But how was an outlaw able to do business inside the Hort?
He infiltrated the outpost. People thought he was a cleric, so he was able to continue his business in secret.
Well, that's gonna take some further discussion with the legates. You can't let anyone else get in the same way. Thank you for your help. But, very well. Let's say this matter is closed. And I will tell the necessary authorities the service you've done for me.
Thanks.
I thank you. That will be all. Dismissed.
About the chem dealers here in the Hort.
Yes?
Are there any more details you can tell me about the chem dealing?
Well, these cases are difficult. Once you find someone who has lapsed into use, they rarely give up the culprit for hope of keeping their supply. But in this case, the user let slip the time of the deal. So we've been working backwards from there. The user involved, though, well, he is no longer in a position to provide us with useful information. And so we are relying on getting reports from the guards that can help us place who was where on the night in question. Let us hope this line of investigation produces something concrete.
I helped Dietrich find the men behind the chem dealing.
Yes, he informed me. And we are in your debt.
A spiritual debt or a worldly one?
That isn't what I meant. But very well. Take this elixir as thanks. If you can find the guilty parties here in Hort, then that would open the way for you to join the clerics. If that is what you would wish to do.
What did you think of the last sermon?
To be honest, I was...
But aren't you interested in what's going on out there?
Have you seen it out there? We're starting to get more malfunctions in our mechs. I need the AI chips from those compact units back as soon as you can get them. Hurry it up before the whole Hort is fighting itself. What did I tell you? We've got more malfunctions. If this keeps happening, I'm gonna have to shut down all recent units, and that will leave the Hort wide open. I'll see if I can get any answers from this unit. But I need the AI chips from those combat mechs.
About the chem dealers here in the Hort.
Yes?
I think I know who the chem dealer is.
Well, please tell me who you think is responsible.
I think it was Oswald.
Oswald acts like a pious, Kalan-fearing person, but there is something strange about him. Maybe this explains his behavior. Thank you for your work. I will investigate this further. If he is really the suspect, then he will receive a just punishment. and you shall receive the promised reward when that happens.
I would like to become an acolyte of the clerics.
You would. That matter with Dietrich was good work. Finding the men behind the chem dealing was the highest priority. But that aside, you've proved you are ready to act in Kalan's name, and we need to add more good men into our ranks. If you are ready, I will name you an acolyte of the clerics. But remember, devoting yourself to Kalan is a life choice. You must turn your back on the other factions. So are you sure that you want to become a cleric?
Yes, I want to become a cleric.
The clerics have stood against all those who would see our world, our civilization swept away. From the day the comet hit our planet, we have been the guardians of technology. We have preserved and developed the tools that will keep us alive. And we have done all of this in the service of Kalan. Kalan, whose wisdom guides us all. Today we welcome a new member into our community. He was a wanderer without a hope. He was an outcast and searching for purpose. But his path is clear now. He will master his new duties, firm in his faith in Kalan and with great courage. Yes, we are few, but our numbers will soon increase. Do not waver. As long as good people join with us, like this one here, there is good reason to hope. Now go and make us proud. Spread confidence and salvation. Cleric of Ignadon. Cleric of Ignadon. You took care of our problem with the ELEX trading, even though you knew that we can't accept you into our ranks. I will reward you accordingly for this service. The clerics owe you their thanks.
What are the duties of a cleric acolyte?
As an acolyte, you are to work for the community and prove your faith to Kalan. Those who prove worth will find themselves promoted to legate. To do that, you must prove loyal and able.
Where should I begin my initiation?
Every cleric must learn the skill of suggestion. You should report to Boulder. Kalan's blessing has made him our most able suggester. You must also undertake a pilgrimage to prove your faith to Kalan. Again, Boulder can take you through what is required of you, and Martha will give you a task that will show your humble dedication to all who serve Kalan. I will offer Kalan words, so he will support you in your quest to become a true acolyte.
You didn't come here to pray, did you? I can spot the devout. And you don't look like you're here to ask for divine assistance, am I right?
You're wrong. I'm here for Kalan.
Really? Well, you wouldn't be the first person who didn't want to see the truth about themselves. You know, there is a reason why I wanted to talk to you. For all the thirst for knowledge in this place, people can be a little focused. They want logic, straight answers. They forbid anyone from looking deeper into things. And that's crazy. I mean, knowledge is wisdom. Wisdom brings you closer to Kalan. So what's wrong with getting some answers? Which brings me to you. I'm betting you have answers, and I'm betting you're the curious type.
I don't want any trouble.
Who's talking about trouble? It's a trivial matter, really. But then I guess that's why I keep getting in trouble. So, are you going to help me?
Tell me your problem.
Have you ever heard of the prophet Arvid?
No. Should I have?
Oh yeah! He's the founder of our order. The reason why the clerics exist.
Tell me about Arvid.
Well, sure, okay. Like I said, he's the founder of our order. He was born about 200 years ago, we think, and he was the first to be enlightened by Kalan. After the comet hit, it was his burden and his privilege to lead people into a new future, to save those who had survived. The first followers were here, in the Hort. They had saved technology from destruction, and Kalan showed them how that technology could be used to help all the people of Magalan. They reached out to others, but not everyone listened. You can see what became of the rest when you look to Tavar.
What did Arvid do?
He wrote the rules that have bound us here in the Hort. And our ancestors began research on how ELEX could be used for the good of all. With it, even though our community was small, we were able to defend ourselves from the malice of the godless.
All seems a bit vague.
Yes, I know. I mean, some details have been lost in time. Some believe Arvid still remains among us, although that is nonsense. Some uneducated people wanted to proclaim him a god, even during his lifetime, but he always spurned this idea. It is likely that he saw his time coming. According to the lore, grief about the unreasonableness of people tore him apart from the inside. And when he could take the pain no longer, it is said that he left the people with the words of Kalan and went into the Great Light. Scholars are still arguing to this day about what the Great Light is exactly. Some say that he rose to heaven to Kalan. Others claim that he set forth to find the reason for the crater. But that's exactly my point. I want to know more, but only certain scholars are allowed to see the text. But there's something about Arvid, something about those early works that doesn't make sense. And I can't work out why. But will they let me in the archives to study his writings? No. I sneaked in, they threw me out. I was lucky to avoid re-education. Concentrate on what's right here, right now, they told me. It is only possible to change the future if you draw the correct conclusions from the past, they said.
There's just one more thing.
Yes.
Why did you choose to join the clerics?
To begin with, it seemed like the best way to survive.
But that isn't everything.
My own people tried to kill me. I want to find answers, and joining a faction has to help me find them.
I hope you're not just doing this for your own personal reasons.
How are you?
I'm okay.
A new initiate. It's great to see that you've joined us. Here, something to welcome you as a new acolyte. A merchant gave it to me. I don't drink, but you look like you can use it.
Thanks.
Anything to make life easier. You acolytes have it hard enough. And with everything else going on here, we need to encourage new initiates.
I need your approval for promotion.
Oh, you don't need me. You need to do something that proves you are humble before Kalan. Humility counts for a lot here. So, you can help me distribute the rations according to our tradition.
I'll distribute the rations.
Great! You'll have to come back later once they're prepared. Meet me back here later. Your task of humility will await you.
It seems you decided to become a cleric. Well, it is good to see new believers in our ranks. I assume Judicator Reinhold sent you to me?
Yes.
Then he must have told you that every acolyte is required to learn the basics of suggestion. And I will teach you, once you are ready to learn. But first you must complete your pilgrimage. That is something required of all new initiates.
Suggestion?
The correction of those who have strayed from the path of the pure. As the High Suggester, I assist the minds and souls of the lost to return to Kalan's ways through suggestion. Kalan's will works through a skill all clerics must learn. The mind must be free from false teachings. The body pure, free of the poison of ELEX. Only then can we be at one with Kalan and his community. As a patriarch, it is my job to guide and advise. The will of Kalan clears the mind.
How do you clear someone's mind?
Through suggestion. We have developed technology, implants that allow us to guide the minds of others. It takes training, but it means we can bring people back to the pure path, or suggest to them that they do things that will assist us. It is an art that only the clerics understand.
Can elves do that? With their mutants?
The machine components you see on some wasteland mutants? We believe those allow the Albs a measure of control over the mutants, but it is a crude form of the suggestion we practice here. Some say it is because they are strong of mind, others that it is because they have been poisoned. But I think the answer is more straightforward. Their commanders are using an extreme form of brainwashing on them already. Their minds are already being controlled.
So this is where you brainwash people?
No. You can't force people to change who they are. You can only bring out their better traits. That is what I do. I re-educate people. That is what I must do now. There is a poor wretch who requires re-education. Leave me. I must help him find the light of Kalan.
What must I do for this pilgrimage?
It is a trial of dedication. You must visit each of the 4 shrines along the path that traverses Ignadon. And at each one, you will face a test from Kalan. Once you have completed these tests, return here. Then, I and Kalan will find you worthy of the next step in your enlightenment.
Where can I find the shrines I must visit?
The shrines are found along the wayside of the old roads and paths. The first shrine is found directly outside the entrance to Hort. From there, you have to head northwest. You will find the second shrine on the right side of the road. And from there, head south to the 3rd shrine. When you have reached the 3rd of the shrines, you are almost done. You only have to head east in order to complete the circle of your pilgrimage.